Hey guys, welcome back. Drip Coach here with Drip and Farm for Poverty, where we don't trust, we verify, and operate with integrity and transparency. Today, giving you an update on the Bitcoin short-term price action, even though it's one day before the FOMC meeting. So we got some analysts saying we could see some more bearish news in the short term. So stay tuned. All right, right now we are at not extreme fear, but we're really close. 33, I think, yeah, and 34. And I was under the assumption, kind of like with the liquidity coming potentially with the rate cuts, that we would start to see some positive price action based off the M2 global money supply. And I talked about this in a previous video. And I like to entertain both sides, like looking at it being bullish towards the end of the year, and then also looking at people who think it could be bearish towards the end of the year. No matter which side of the camp you're on, they all agree that come next year, things will be good, and it could start as early as this next quarter, so fourth quarter. So I'm going to play a clip from Gareth Soloway. And also, if you're not familiar with CryptoFace, he is a YouTube trader. He was around last couple cycles, does some really big trades, and also well known for his market cipher technical analyst tools or trading software, I guess you would call it. I caught wind of him in the last cycle. Even BitBoy uses market cipher. A lot of people do, and he does like $1 million trades. So not to say he is the end all be all in regards to what Bitcoin will do. But even Plan B is stating that miners are still struggling with the aftermath of the halving, meaning the cost to secure the network is still more expensive than what the actual miners are drawing in revenue, as shown from the red dots here. Can I zoom in on that at all? It's hard to see because these are a logarithmic chart, but they're basically the only miners that are in profit are the ones that are using the new software and have got more up to date. So older miners from the previous cycle, and that's always what happens, they end up being not profitable, and it costs them too much to continue mining. So they either sell their miners at a discount or they stop mining altogether, and it just basically moves towards other or more robust, profitable miners. So all that being said, I just wanted to bring that up to show that there are some people stating that we do still have some downside, even though by the time you watch this video, the FOMC meeting should have come out and we should have seen something potentially happen, continue scaling up here with the global money supply. So let's first listen to Gareth Soloway's take on this.
We'll get on the motion here, or get on the roll. Bitcoin today is trading right around the flat line, ever so slightly lower. Not really much has changed this week for Bitcoin. You had the early upside kind of on Monday, then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But aside from that Monday move, it's really been sideways consolidation. Now, again, the only thing that concerns me for Bitcoin is that the stock market's kept going higher and Bitcoin's kind of stalled out. So what happens if the stock market falls? Will Bitcoin be able to withstand that? We don't know. But what we do know is the bearish bullish pivot line is there, and it still, again, favors the bearish side.
So you can see on his chart, zoom in there, he's got support at 52.8 and then another support level at 49. So what he's saying is if the stock market falls, then his question is, will Bitcoin fall as well? And as long as it remains below this bullish bearish pivot line, which is like 61 or so, which we did not break recently, we just had above 60, then there could be more downside. So for him, downside would be 52 all the way to 49. So that's still on the cards or in the table potentially. Now let's listen to what CryptoFace had to say.
Green and red wave down here. This is our money flow indicator. It tracks when money's coming in and if money's going out of the asset pair. And right now we have been in the green and we love this curvature, but it's curving down. And so if I was looking for bullish price action on Bitcoin, it would worry me a little bit. So what I like to do is I like to assumptive draw what would probably be the closest, what it would probably look like. So if I draw a line like this, let's say this money flow is going to come down, come into the red, and maybe start coming up like this, right? Just a simple assumption. I then take the measuring tool and I measure from today's date to that point. And this says 315 days, okay? Just to kind of give you an example of what I'm doing here. So let's say if this was back in 2022 and we were right here with the money flow, these little green lines say we're at the same point right here. I say, oh, I think it's going to do this and come down and maybe go like this, right? Well, this was the bottom. And so that was, 343 days. So about a year. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I think we might have we'll probably have a year of grinding slowly to the downside with volatility. So the price can move up and down, but to the downside. And I want to actually show you something else here, man. So where we are right now is where this green dotted line is. This is the current money flow. And if we just go into the past, what happened during the last times with the money flow? So boom, when we were at that exact point, and then here when the money flow was right there at the same point, and right here when it was last time also at the same point. So if I go back at the same points of money flow, we see that we have, okay, this was in 2022 in February, and the price kind of was coming down, flanged off, gave us one more kind of hopeful, oh, maybe it's not done yet. And then then it came down pretty hard, right? Mm-hmm. And then the time before that, we were hanging off a cliff at 6,000 going, oh, maybe it's going to spike up like this. Nope, it's not coming back down to the bottom. And then I think there's one more time. This is back in this was before Bitcoin was invented 50 years ago. I don't know how they even charted it back then, but pretty much the same thing. This just kind of immediately fell off. Now it kind of teases us a little bit. So is past, does past things mean it's guaranteed in the future? No, but yeah, it does. History pretty much repeats itself. So I would say, if I'm a betting man, which I am, that we need to see some downward price action. Where it will go, nobody knows. Maybe 50,000, 40,000, 30,000. That question I can't really answer. There's a million charts you could probably find that give you amazing support lines where you can kind of guess.
You think 30,000 is on the table?
I'll tell you.
So basically, he gave 50, 40, and even 30. Now, I have no idea if that is legitimately on the table or not. But like I said, it's just important to entertain both sides. And on their most recent today video, no, it wasn't this one. Where is it? It's actually someone else. Basically interviewed someone else, and someone else says the exact opposite, right? So, and even Raoul Pal's Banana Zone thesis is saying the opposite as well. So you don't know. Nobody knows what's going to happen in the short term. We all just know, yeah, it's this video here. Crypto holders are wrong. It's about to blow up. So I just wanted to bring this up because there could potentially be some downside. And the reason I'm bringing it up and saying that is that if you have some capital on the side, then you can put in some spot orders for Bitcoin and actually capture that downside. I don't know what it will be, but we saw from Gareth's chart, he has stuff at 52 and 49. So there's definitely support levels that you can look for in there. And even if you're not even familiar with support levels and doing buy orders and all that, you don't have to make it complicated. You just say, hey, I want to put a buy order in at 55, 50, 45, 40, 35, right? So you just have them in sitting on your favorite decentralized exchange, and you'll be able to buy Bitcoin if it does go down there. So that's all I'm saying, is just have some capital on the sidelines. We saw a big kind of liquidation event already earlier. This one here, when we got down to right at the 50, and it's hard to get these. Yeah, 52. And that's that support level that Gareth was talking about. So will we see it again? I do not know. But we do see, usually, even in the bull run, we see all the way up to 60% swings. Now, here's the other interesting piece, is that 60% would be coming off of the all-time high of 72. So that would take off about 43,000 off of the top of Bitcoin from 72. So we just call it 42,000. So that could put that 30 on the table that CryptoPace was talking about. I don't potentially see that, but it does line up with for this year where we were 1 year ago with Bitcoin. So who the hell knows? But a lot of people are also saying that it's changed due to the institutional capital that's coming in. They just continue to buy. And then the other video I showed you guys about the ETF being the Trojan horse. So their goal would be to definitely manipulate what they can in the market to control the price of Bitcoin so that they can get more. So I would say that that would definitely be, if they can do that, it's something that would be in their playbook to get Bitcoin a lot lower and then be able to gobble up more of that at those prices. So just bringing all this up to say, have some dry powder on the sidelines. We're not in the banana zone yet. And by the time you watch this video, you'll have seen what took place in the FOMC meeting. And we'll find out how this actually played out with liquidity and where we're at. So let me know what you guys' thoughts are. Where do you think Bitcoin will be by the end of the year? Will there be a potential black swan event before the end of the year? Yeah, just curious. All right, smash that HBO special, help brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below, and until next time, live daily and achieve your possible. See ya.
Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? SPRITZ Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.